These are the 3 best training splits, and here's how you pick the one that's right for you. We're going to start off with the most beginner-friendly option, which is the full body split. As the name implies, the goal is to hit every major muscle group in the same session. This split works best if you're aiming to go to the gym around 2 or 3 times per week, because that way you're able to hit each major muscle multiple times a week, and you don't have to spend a ridiculous amount of time in the gym. It's also quite forgiving, because even if you end up missing one of your workouts, you still end up training your whole body throughout the week. The main issue with the full body split is that you need to take a full rest day after every workout. This means that it's not really practical to do more than 3 days per week, because if you do that, you're going to run into some issues with recovery. And that's when you might start to consider our next split, which is going to be the upper-lower split. And again, the names of these splits are pretty self-explanatory. As you might guess, upper-lower means you do an upper day and you do a lower day. Whilst you can do this one with just 2 workouts per week, it's really going to be best if you do upper twice and lower twice, giving you 4 workouts in a week. The main benefit to setting your training up like this is that you've now got 4 days that you can spread your training volume across, which means you don't have to spend as long in the gym for each workout. And just like the full body split, you're also able to train each muscle multiple times per week. One of the downsides of doing this split is that if you're committing to doing 4 days per week, that means you're also committing to doing 2 leg days per week, which in my experience doesn't end up happening often, as people are quite keen to skip a leg day. So if neither of those splits sound right for you, then the last option we're going to look at is push-pull legs. In a push-pull leg split, you split up your days based on what kind of exercises you're doing. On a push day, you hit your chest, shoulders and triceps. On a pull day, you hit your back and biceps, and then legs get their own day at the end. Now you can run this split just doing one of each, so 1 push day, 1 pull day and 1 leg day, but the downside to that is that you're only going to be hitting each muscle once a week now. So what most people do is 2 push days, 2 pull days and 2 leg days, meaning that you're training 6 days out of the week. Now, while the split does give you a lot of days to spread out your training volume, for a beginner, 6 days is a little bit much, and you might start to run into some issues with recovery. So if you're still not sure which is going to be best for you, here's how I'd pick. If you're aiming to train 2 or 3 days a week, then I'd go with a full body split. If you can consistently manage to train 4 days a week, then upper lower is probably going to be best. And if you've been going to the gym for a little bit longer and you really enjoy your training, then you can do a push-pull legs and go 5 or 6 days a week. But at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to the training split. Just pick the one that works best for you and the one that you're going to be able to consistently hit every single week.